In this video, we are going to break down Taylor Swift's communication skills, such as how she responds to tricky, awkward questions with grace and confidence, and how she cracks jokes and make people laugh. How she responds to compliments with more than just a bland thank you. All of those tips, by the way, will be super actionable so that you can talk like Taylor Swift after this video. Let's dive in. Taylor's handling tricky, awkward questions. She gets questions like this a lot, especially during her early career when she was asked about who the boyfriend was, who the song was for, but she's always able to answer those questions with confidence and grace and also look very authentic. Her strategy to those tricky questions is typically playing down what's tricky about the question by highlighting her values. Let me show you an example. In this example, she was asked whether she fell into love a little bit too easily.
Do you think, Taylor, that you, and I don't know whether you feel you have fallen in love, but do you think that you do maybe get into a relationship too readily? Do you give too much of yourself too soon?
I just think if you think too hard about it and it takes you a long time to fall in love with someone, you're not in love.
That's true. So the first, wow, this is great, and you're there in the moment.
Yeah, I have a lot of rules placed on my life, and I just choose not to apply rules to love.
A quick tip. Just because people ask you a yes/no question does not mean you have to give a yes and no answer. So the question was, do you think you fall in love too easily? Taylor did not say, oh yes, I do think I fall in love too easily, which would make her look a little careless. She also did not say, oh no, I don't think I fall in love too easily, which could make her look a little defensive. She simply talks about her values, what is important to her. I already have a lot of rules placed in my life, so I choose not to do that with love. By highlighting her values, it makes her look very authentic and personable. Let me show you another example. Taylor was asked a similar question on a different show.
Do you think you're sort of a hopeless romantic that you fall in love too easily?
I don't think there's such a thing as falling in love too easily or falling too fast or loving someone too soon or trusting someone too soon. I think that if that's just how you are, that's how you are.
Notice Taylor answered the question again by highlighting her values, what she thinks is right. But this time, Katie did not let her go easily. Katie immediately followed up with another tricky question.
Is that how you are, you think?
With certain people, I'm not. Everybody's a case-by-case situation. I've never treated two relationships the same way. Some people will make you write songs, some people you can't write a song about them. I think that relationships are a lot like that in the sense that some people move you and some people don't.
In a webcast, you told your fans that the songs on this album are all about the tumultuous, insane, crazy, intense, semi-toxic relationships you've had in the last 2 years.
That sounds miserable, Dan. At times, yeah. It's been great. I have had a lot to write about because I'm 22, and that's the time when you're all over the place and confused and you don't know where you're going, but you kind of do. You have your friends that you can rely on, and it's okay to fall in love and learn lessons the hard way, and in my case, write songs about it.
A quick tip. It depends is a powerful way to respond to tricky questions, especially those seemingly simple yes and no questions. They're never simple. If you just answer with a yes and no answer, it makes you look too superficial. It depends, on the other hand, shows you are able to analyze stuff. You do different things in different situations. It shows the depth in you, that you are a sophisticated, thoughtful, smart person. But after saying it depends, Taylor went back to stating her values. She said, I think it's okay to fall in love and learn lessons the hard way. So she closed her answer. Again, highlighting the values makes her look very authentic and personable. Moving on, her humor style. She is incredibly good at sarcasm, especially using the opposite literal meaning of an adjective word.
We'll be in Cats the movie.
The full Cats movie. It's my dream.
No, really, I mean, it does sound,
There's
reading about
nothing
you,
I could want
this
more
does
than
seem like your dream job.
Yeah.
So which cat are you giving us?
I'm a cat named Bombalurino, which is a very common name.
Bumblo what? Clearly, that's not a common name, which is why when she was using common, everybody knew that she was using the opposite literal meaning of the word common. Here's another example. Jimmy Fallon was yelling at Taylor because he was trying to make Taylor spell whether she had a new album coming.
What are you gonna say on that live stream? Damn it! Tell me, Taylor Swift!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you. You were being really quiet.
Obviously, Jimmy was being really loud, which is why when Taylor said quiet, everybody knew that she was using the opposite literal meaning of the word quiet. And therefore, it was witty.
So who are you dying to meet here today? Who do you want to run into?
Oh, at the Grammys. I've never met Justin Timberlake before. I've always liked his music, but he became #1 on my list of people I want to meet after I saw him on your show. Hilarious and nice. Seemed like a good combination.
So he's got a girlfriend. You're not interested in to...
No.
Okay.
Who would have a crush on Justin Timberlake?
Nobody.
No one.
No.
Ew.
No.
Whether Taylor was interested in being Justin Timberlake's girlfriend at the time, no idea. But from her description, you can clearly see that she was very impressed by Justin. Therefore, when she said, ew, everybody knew that she was meaning the literal opposite meaning of that word. Therefore, it was witty. Moving on, Taylor gets a lot of compliments with her record-breaking music. She generally responds to compliments with yes and strategy. Yes and strategy is a rule of thumb in comedy that shows you accept what another person has stated, i.e. the yes part, and then expand on that line of thinking, i.e. the and part. Let me show you a couple of examples. In this first example, Graham, the talk show host, was introducing Taylor's 1989 album. The moment Graham introduced that, the audience started clapping immediately.
This is pop, 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 isn't it?
I mean, you can do that all you want. It's nice.
Taylor did not just respond to compliments with thank you. She used the yes and strategy. She first acknowledged and appreciated the audience clapping, the yes part, and then she expanded on that by saying, you can do that all you want because it's nice. By the way, another witty comeback to compliments that I see a lot of people use, it's similar to what Taylor was just doing, is thank you. Please keep the compliments coming. Try next time somebody compliment you. I'm sure you will get a smile. The yes and strategy works particularly well for compliments because most people would just say thank you. But when you expand on that with more stuff, then it's unexpected, surprising, and therefore witty and funny. Also, your confidence shines through. And remember, say it in a playful tone like Taylor did, so people know you're just joking and being playful. I want to show you one more way to respond to compliments. This comeback line did not come from Taylor, it came from Bono. Taylor was the one complimenting Bono. Because this line was so classic, so useful, I use it all the time and it works every time, I have to share with you. It is especially useful for those of you who want to look humble to compliments.
He's just that great and thoughtful, just the best there is.
I better have a drink.
I need a drink really is one of my favorite comeback lines. You can use it when people compliment you, but also when people ask you a tricky, awkward question and you don't know what to say and you need a second to pause. I need a drink for this. Trust me, it works every time. So these are the communication skills we can learn from Taylor Swift. Let's summarize. First, she responds to compliments by using yes and strategy and let her confidence shine. Number 2, she responds to tricky questions by stating her values, which makes her look very authentic and personable. Number 3, her signature humor style is sarcasm, especially using the opposite literal meaning of an adjective. Which one of this is your favorite? Leave me a comment. Or if you want me to do more analysis on Taylor.